Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about what would be an incredibly great summer cruiser. It can be a hardtop, it can be a convertible in a mere matter of moments. Give you all the details in a second. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest acquisition, the last year of the Ford Skyliner, a 1959 Skyliner convertible. What a neat story on these cars. They are just an incredible special feat of mechanical wonder, if you will. Now, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, we're going to do a walk around, we're going to take lots of extra shots and stuff. We're going to even show you how this wonderful top works. So yeah, it's something you want to stick around and take a look at. Now, you can also click on the link in our description and it'll take you right to this car. All the information there as well on our website, and our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. So you can get all the latest, greatest information on close to 100 classic and collectible cars and trucks that we currently have in stock. But let's get back to this gem right here. Beautiful Wedgewood Blue paint, really stands out. I mean, isn't that a 50s color if I ever seen one? Beautiful, beautiful color all the way around. But this is another one of those cars for Ford. This is a Galaxie. They also had Fairlane 500 in the nomenclature, but it was the top of the line, Galaxie being the top of the line. This car was over $3,000 when it was new. Ford kind of ran into a little bit of, little price resistance, if you will, at that point. But, for having a car that's special as this one, this is really neat. Now, it comes with the better than standard motor, the 332 V8, which is the upgrade from the standard 292, which some of them did have, but I think the 332 is a much better motor. It gives you a little more performance, a little more power, if you will. Nice, whoever ordered this car kind of was sitting down and said, I got a few things that I really want to make sure that I order with it. Power steering be one of those wonderful things. This is a big car. I mean, it's a long wheelbase. It's a little over 18 feet long, give or take. And, power steering for getting in those tight places or whatever is really, really a nice thing to have. Take a look again at the engine compartment. Very correct and original as it would be. And 1959, of course, is the whole new look. Ford really stepped up the program. Most chrome on Fords, I believe, was in 1959, and it's lots of it. As a kid, one of my favorite things were the gun sights. I mean, that was one of my dream things as a kid. I'd always look through, and these even have the Thunderbird emblems inside of them just because that was something that Ford decided to do. But yeah, take a look. Beautiful color. Like I said, chrome is really, really nice on this car. Looks like it's been upgraded with probably one of the biggest improvements in the old car world is the wide white radial tires. It is just something that really makes the cars go down the road way smoother, more enjoyable, easier to handle, things of that sort. Plus it's got the full wheel covers. I love the tri-tone color. Everything was special in those days. Everything you could identify the car as. Me being a young kid, you could tell, well, that's a 1959 Ford. You could take a look at it. You could tell just by looking at it, or see the grill, or you could see any of that stuff. Just something that was really neat. That's why these old cars out of the 50s are so special for everybody. Lots of memories, if you will. Yeah, take a look at the interior on this car. Beautiful interior. And I forgot one other very important option that this car came with. Someone decided, even though it's a convertible, they wanted air conditioning. So it does have a factory air conditioning mounted under the dash. That's the way that would have come in 1959. Really is a nice improvement. Even with a convertible, sometimes it gets a little too warm. That's really a nice thing. Take a look at the interior. I mean, the dash is all original. Nothing has been cobbled with. They haven't cut anything up. Original AM radio in place, clock. I mean, it's really, really nice in that sense. It is an automatic, so it's very easy for anyone to jump in, put it in gear, and drive away. And, that's just one of those nice things about cars with those kind of features. Anybody can drive it. But yeah, the interior is a combination of vinyl and cloth, and in a very correct type color for this car, a very type interior. You know, it's one of those things I'm going to have to show you again with that video to watch when that top goes up and down, a mechanical marvel. It really was something special. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much, and you'll find this car on there plus our current inventory, and as an added bonus, a lot of the cars that I've sold over the years will also be there. So if you're an old car aficionado and liked some time on the internet, take a look at those sites, because there's going to be always something enjoyable to look at that as well. But yeah, it's just one of those cars. It just has a really, really swoopy look. I love the way the chrome goes down the back, the chrome around the wheel wells back there. I mean, nice dual exhaust, of course, on this car, so it has a really, really nice sound to it. And like I said, the interior is very, very nice. Now, if you're like some of my customers, and that's just fine, we'd love to have you come down in person. If you're like me, I like to get a closer look. I can look at everything personally and see all those details that I might have missed otherwise if I don't come in person. Well, we are open to the public Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, and Saturdays from 10 to 4 as well. So take a time, come on down and take a look in person. We'd love to have you come to Ellingson's. No, Skyliners were only built 57, 58, and 59, this being the 1959, the last of the years of these cars, and it is just one of those really, really incredible, neat cars that they came up with in the 1950s. Well, we appreciate you watching our videos today, and we want you to stay tuned because I want to show you how this top works. It's really, really neat. So thank you again, and we will see you next time at Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota. Thank you again. Well, here we are now going to show you exactly how these hardtop Skyliners actually work. There's a lever under the dash. You simply pull towards you. And look at that. It's absolutely working all the way. It's a big, I mean, this is such an incredible mechanical marvel. It is just as good as you could ever get. I tell you, it's just really, really a neat thing. Can you imagine all the engineering and development they put in, and then they only made these cars for 3 years, and 1959 being the last year of them, which is kind of the, you know, it's kind of, I think they probably had all the bugs worked out by then, so it's even better. Yeah, look at that, she's going all the way up. So if you're driving down the road and you're, you know, you had a rain shower or whatever, you put the top down, and by golly, it goes right down, and you'd never even know that it was a hard top to start with. Now, see, the nice thing about this car is it also has air conditioning. So when we're all done with this top, when it goes all the way down, the screw motors do, she's all done. Now we just push the lever forward and it goes, repeats itself, because in this car, like I said, it's got air conditioning. Maybe it's getting a little too hot for that convertible approach. Guess what? You can put the top up in a matter of a minute or two, and away you go. I always make sure that the visors are down a little bit, not that it ever would catch on them, but always just one of those things to be aware of anyhow. You know, it is just, like I say, it is a wonderful piece of machinery, and this one seems to be working really, really well. So that's really cool. Look at that, coming into place, boom, clicks into spot just like it's supposed to. Screw motors tighten down, so you got a waterproof seal. The trunk is going back down, and before you know it, you are ready to hit the road once again in your Skyliner hardtop.